Today, and in Iran, the death toll is now rising as clashes intensify over the disputed election. Reports out of Tehran say 7 people are dead after peaceful rallies turned violent, but the actual number could be higher. Today, rallies for both candidates took place just hours apart in the very same location. First, it was those who support Ahmadinejad, then those who support Mousavi. Meantime, all foreign journalists are now banned from reporting in public. The wave of public anger, not just taking place in Iran, but in the United States as well. Many Iranian Americans furious over results and the possibility of a rigged election.
Hundreds of thousands of people have been on the street in Tehran today, and we're just in solidarity with them. We're the Iranians who voted, and we expected our votes to come out of the ballot, but it did not happen, and we will keep protesting the results until we make the change.
Meantime, Amy Kellogg, who has a number of sources inside Iran, is following all this live for us in London. Amy, tell us about this ballot recount. True?
Absolutely true, Trace. They are going to at least go through the motions, but I think a lot of people are skeptical that actually anything will change. Now, you did mention the difficulty in communicating with Iran right now. It is extremely hard to get through on the phone. A lot of internet access has been blocked. The SMS system is still down. And frankly, I think that a lot of us who are trying to call our contacts in Iran are starting to become nervous about the repercussions for them. 2 people I deal with regularly who've been hospitable, helpful, and patient to me when I've been in Iran have been arrested. One's been released, but you do also worry about the people on the ground whose safety is in jeopardy, Trace.
I just want to jump in. Amy, thank you very much. We have some brand new video coming into the newsroom that we have just gotten turned around for you. This is new amateur video of the shooting at the pro-Mousavi rally yesterday. You can hear the people screaming in the streets. As we get a look at this, somebody in the crowd brave enough to fire off this video on a cell phone, it looks like, and transmit it. You know, this is very risky stuff right now in Iran for anybody who takes the chance of filming anything that is happening there, because we just got word about the shutdown, basically, of media channels getting out of the country. And let's just continue to keep our eyes on what we see on this video. And let's bring in Saeed Kamali Degan. He is a reporter with Global Radio News on the ground in Tehran. Saeed, welcome. Tell us what's happening there right now.
Well, now there are thousands of people sitting down in front of the state-run TV complex in Jamejam near Parkway to denounce the vote rigging and the huge attack to the students and ordinary people inside Iran. And the Iranians are very angry about what happened the day before yesterday in Tehran University dormitory. That, you know, the 5 students have been killed and they have been buried, although their families are not, they were not allowed to know what's happening about them. And they were buried in a cemetery in South Tehran named Behesht Zahra, and their families, even they don't know, they were not there.
What is your sense about whether or not we're going to see continued violence, Saeed, or whether, you know, people are sort of, is it any calmer there today, I guess?
Well, the thing is that Iranians were having silent protests today because they were wearing black and they were silent. They didn't chanting anything in the streets, but they were just reacting to the death of many students and the death of at least 12 yesterday in Azadiya Square when Mousavi had a big rally.
Saeed, I just want to ask you real quick. We've got to go back to Amy Kellogg very quickly, but this ballot recount that Amy's telling us about, do you consider this legitimate, or is this just another sham?
Well, Iranian doesn't think that the recount is useful because they think that the government has enough time to do anything with the vote, because Mousavi and Karibi's representatives were not been allowed to monitor at the polls, and now Iranians believe that the United Nations should monitor the next Iranian re-election of the Friday poll.
Saeed Kamali Degan, thank you, sir. He is in Tehran for us right now.
Just reiterate that he said he believes at least 12 people dead. The number that we have confirmed is 7, although we have said throughout the day that it is expected that that number could be rising. And there have been a lot of parallels drawn to what we saw in Tiananmen Square, and we don't know if those are accurate yet, but clearly a violent situation unfolding.
And Amy Kellogg may have more information. She apparently has some breaking information on those shootings. What do you know, Amy?
Yeah, well, I'm hearing from several different sources that 5 students were killed in the university on Sunday night. Now, that I really can't confirm, but I've heard it from a few sources. So those are unconfirmed reports, but reports that keep circulating. Also about this video of the shooting that you're looking at, I got an email from someone in the Mousavi camp who said that actually, while state TV is blaming the protesters for having attacked a Basij base, the Basij being the paramilitary revolutionary and that would organization, and that would be the flames that you saw and the shooting in that picture. My contact in the Mousavi camp says that actually it was people with batons who look like security personnel themselves who Mousavi supporters saw attacking that installation last night. In other words, making it look like the protesters were actually attacking the Basij camp when it may have been an inside job in order to discredit the protesters, to make them look like they were violent, like they were in some way to blame.
Amy, with the heartbreak is coming up, we've got to go, but talk about these college students. This was the troops going into this dormitory, is our understanding, and beating some of these college students severely in some cases.
Those are the reports that are coming from a few different sources inside Iran. State TV and the officials have not addressed this. We've seen video of security personnel attacking the gates of the university, but in terms of what happened inside, we don't know. All I can say is that we will keep an eye on that situation because we do keep hearing that 5 students may have been killed when the dormitories were broken into in the middle of the night. I think it was Sunday into Monday, Trace.
Amy Kellogg following all this live for us from London. Amy, back to you with breaking news. Thank you.
And of course, this is very much on the